right then ask me at break. I usually don't go to lunch, so we'll have an hour for lunch, stay after class. For those of y'all who are not my students, who did not attend my pre-license course, either online, on demand, live streaming, satellite, what have you, I'm adopting you right now. You belong to me. And we offer free tutoring. And so if you feel so back to Birmingham and maybe spend some time with me, I sit in this classroom one-on-one with students every week. I really answer a lot of questions via our Facebook page because my phone dings when I get a Facebook message, just like it does on a text message. And I'm pretty good at responding quickly. I have weird sleep habits. So yeah, a lot of students will be at home studying, they're taking a practice quiz, and they'll take a picture of the quiz and say, Mr. Yoba, why is A the answer on this question and not C like I think it is? And we go back and forth like that. You can call the office, ask to speak with an instructor. If one's not available, one would be made available quickly. But I do truly want you to understand, you're not supposed to have a full grasp of this material. Just enough of a grasp to make a 70. You know, that's all we're going to do, make a 70% on the exam, and walk away, and go practice real estate, have some fun. Again, I tell my students, philosophically, I am against licensing. It's hogwash. It is merely a source of revenue for government. But you know, my old man told me as a young man, sometimes you got to play by other people's rules to get where you're trying to get to. And all bitching and moaning is going to do is make you have an early heart attack. You know? So we play by somebody else's rules, and I like to beat people at their own damn game. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll pass these nerds exam, walk on, and have a good life. The book you've got is an exam prep book. We're not even going to have it open today. If you want to open it and look through it and try to find where I'm at, you can. I don't follow it. You know, there'll be an ability for you to see where I'm at. But this book is an exam prep book. It's full of practice quizzes. So for you to get optimum value out of this course, here's what I'm going to suggest. Again, I don't know any of you personally, so here's what I suggest: that you get up in the morning and that you utilize like breakfast, and that you take practice quizzes in this book from 8 to 12. But yeah, you're not even going to need to have it open, but you can. I'll show you. I'll try to tell you where I'm at. You have a folder in front of you. I need a folder so I can go over it with you. Whoever brought the donuts, very thoughtful. Thank you. So disregard what is in the right pocket of the folder at this moment. Let's take what is in the left pocket out. At the top is a welcome to the Cram Course letter. You can kind of ignore it right now. Let's kind of shuffle through. Next is a registration form. Guys, I don't need you to fill it out now. I'd rather you've been in here. I won't pick these up until after lunch, so you've got a minute to fill it out. When you do fill it out, I don't need your full birth certificate name, just whatever people know you as, first and last. And if when you fill it out, would you please print and block letters as though someone needs to be able to read it. Don't write in cursive. Be kind enough to provide us an email address, and not a company email address, a personal email address. The company email address is kind of tough spam filters. Give us a cell number, if you would, kindly, because students leave things, tablets, phones, articles of clothing, jewelry, all kinds of stuff. Some of you I have documentation responsibilities for, some of you I don't, so just kind of make sure I get that. And for some reason, people forget to put the zip code. The second half of the page is not that important. Well, it's important to me. You don't have to fill it out, but we kind of want to know where you heard about us, where you came from, were you one of our students or a competitive student. All right, next are exam taking tips. I'm about to go over these with you as a class, but for right now, let's keep shuffling. Next, you see the outline for the exam that you're going to be taking to get your license. This comes straight from the horse's mouth. This was pulled off of the exam site, PSI's website. We're going to follow this Roman numeral 1 through Roman numeral 11, okay? So I teach to the exam. Next is a little pass the state exam, come by and see us. Guys, when we moved here 5 years ago, we had no idea that the testing site in Birmingham was the next building up. It's the next building on the left. So if you're not aware of that, now you know where you're going to be going to take the exam. So if after you take the exam, swing by, come back down here, and you know, if you passed, hey, we'll hug, fist bump. I keep a bottle of whiskey. And let us get us some social media pictures, and I'll give you a discount on the post-license course. And then there's some pages for you to take notes on in case you didn't bring any, and then we're back at the beginning. The exam taking tips, I don't want you to have them out. They're for you to revisit later. I'm about to go over them. I'd rather you pay attention to me instead of the handout. Guys, standardized exams are an enigma in education world, honest to God. They are often not a reflection of how smart you are, but how well you take tests. Some people's brain does not work well with multiple choice exams. But rather than you preparing for that to be the excuse and the reason why you didn't pass, let's just figure out how to get past some of these reasons why some people don't do well at multiple choice exams. Because if you're sitting there saying that to yourself, you got here, right? You went through a bunch of school to get here. So you did something right at some point in time. So here's the exam taking tips. If you're normal, you're going to cram the night before. First of all, you want to schedule a morning exam. Physiologists tell us the brain performs at a higher level in the morning. So we want to schedule a morning exam. So if you're cramming the night before, then that means you're normal. And while you're cramming, you want to eat some fruit. I went over some of these test-taking tips with my class before the midterm. The physiologists tell us that fruit is brain food, but it has about 12 hours to affect your brain, hence the suggestion you eat some the night before. I literally asked students who failed the exam, you know, did you eat the fruit? I didn't get on board with that, Mr. Yarb. I'm like, you can't get on board with fruit. The hell can you get on board with? And we all need to eat more fruit anyway, so we're killing two birds with one stone. And like I wasn't told all of this crap when I was y'all. I took this exam in 1987. I didn't have nobody as wise as me telling me all this stuff. If I would have known that, I would have been studying nightly at the damn farmer's market. Okay, for God's sakes. I get on board with working smart versus working hard. Y'all follow me? So yeah, eat some fruit. Stop studying at 9, go to bed at 10. They say the brain performs at a higher level with proper rest. So we want to get a good night's rest. When you get up in the morning, get up at a time that will allow you to have a leisurely morning. Do not maximize your sleep so that you're rushed. Because being rushed does what? Creates anxiety. And that's one thing we don't want on exam day. When you get up, I don't know you. Again, I don't know your person. I don't know what your house is like. Your house may be a hurricane in the morning. Or as my grandmother used to say, a hurricane. It may be a hurricane in the morning, right? With youngins running around, getting ready for school, you know, your old man bumping to you in the bathroom. If that's your house, get the hell out. Yeah. Tell your old lady, tell your old man, I'm going to stay at Mama's tonight. You know, I'm going to go get a hotel room. I'm going to stay at Richie's, my friends, you know. A lot of people are mentally preparing an excuse, a reason to tell someone why they didn't pass the exam. You don't realize it, but you're preparing it. I never had any damn decent study time, Mark. Kids always bothering me, you know. Somebody's always phone, mama always getting. You're preparing an excuse whether you realize it or not. So if that's your life, address the situation. Don't prepare to use it as the reason. You're not going to study the day you take the exam. And that's hard to get people to do. You're not going to sit at the kitchen table. You're not going to show up at the exam site 30 minutes early and open your book in your lap in the parking it's counterproductive. You know, the minute you open your book on exam day, you start trying to ingest as much as you can, and now your heart rate's doubled, and it's just counterproductive. You want to eat a protein breakfast. If you're a vegetarian, I'm sure you know what that is. I don't. If you're normal, that's just a country breakfast. You know, eggs, grits, bacon, sausage. They say protein, physiologists say protein is brain food, but it has more of an immediate effect on the brain. So you want to eat a nice protein breakfast. You don't want to watch television or listen to the radio because your brain is recording everything it hears. It's a hard drive, believe it or not. And this isn't a horrible thing. It's just unnecessary clutter for that day. So, you know, just kind of have some silence. When you go into your closet to select your attire, you're going to select professional attire, business attire. I want that frame of mind. Believe it or not, physiologists tell us that we become physically different when we dress professionally. You don't realize it, but your posture is more rigid. You don't realize it, but when you speak, your brain selects the highest grade average verbiage that you know. So yeah, why not prep myself in such a way, like just merely dressing professionally? If you have some songs selected in your playlist that are motivational in nature, I do. And when I need to be fired up, I play those songs. And play those songs on the way to the exam site, you know. The theme song to Rocky, you know, on the loop. You know, get fired up, damn it. You know, we was always wanting to get fired up in school, you know. Hell, we had the pep squad telling us how to. We don't ever want to get fired up as adults, you know. I like to get fired up. Get the hell fired up. Get excited, man. People are too scared of this crap. I don't understand it. Mr. Y'all, I'm so scared. Wow. But women, God love you. You put the weight of the world on your shoulders. You're special creatures. We're all different, men and women, but you do. You're so concerned about what your husband, your wife, your friends, your daughter is going to think about when you fail. So here's the way you solve that. You don't tell them when the hell you're going to take the exam. Knowing you don't have to tell somebody how you did alleviates your anxiety. And if you've already signed up and committed to a day for the state exam, call that person that you've already told and say, they had to postpone it, damn computers are broke, they said. I don't know, make up some stuff. But yeah, don't let anybody know. You know, just let it be a damn surprise when you come home. Say, guess what I did today? You know, they say light exercise